take off. Leak about to take off.
Today is gonna be great. It's not even up for debate. because tonight it's time for Chick and Mate.
Oh, that was
With
fun.
your host, the number one entertainer, puts a whip in the game like a lion tamer. It's the one and only game changer. And his hostess with the mostest, a woman so fast she'll make a man lose focus. It's sweet melody. Love what she's telling me. The way she kills it, it's a felony.
Oh my God, I love it. I
Stick
got it.
around.
Oh,
Stick around to the end. If you don't, it's a cardinal sin. Now let the games begin.
Welcome to Checkmate. I'm your co-host, Game Changer 00100. I'm here with the Sweet Melody Speaks, and we are going live. We're basically talking about this trend, this attack on the passport bros, this attempt to take down the movement from without. So we're in the country of Colombia. So we're definitely going to get into that. What's going on, Melody?
Hey, what's going on? It feels so good to be back. I'm so happy. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to you, Game Changer. How is your day going?
My day was real busy. I know we were supposed to do this earlier, but you know, when we was talking about it, I just needed a nap real bad. I just needed a nap.
Oh,
And
yeah.
fortunately I got it and I'm better right now. But another thing that really made this day good for me is that I just had like a really delicious plum. A really, really, really delicious purple plum. You know, I know certain things only grow in certain places. Fortunately, plums grow out here, and yeah, it was really good. You know,
I love
do they even
plums.
grow in Jersey? Do plums grow in Jersey, or do I import them from elsewhere?
I believe we import them from like California and Florida, places like that. But yeah, who don't like a nice, dark, juicy, delicious plum?
Why you say dark? You got a fetish for it. You threw that in there.
I'm talking about it for y'all, for the men. You know, the plums are dark. You know, they're delicious. They're juicy. What they say, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Ha! The darker the plum, the thicker the bum. Yeah, I like
Right.
that.
Exactly. Look at Zone. You nasty. You nasty.
Don't act like he don't live out here. Like he don't enjoy this time of year. But
Right. And when I say dark, I just mean tan, you know, that nice California sun tan, you know.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can eat them red and purple out here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
but the one I had today was a purple one.
Well, I have a question about the plum real quick before we get into our passport bro situation. So the red plums are more bitter than the purple plums? Or how does that go?
No, typically the purple ones are a little softer and sweeter, yes.
Sweeter.
So the red ones have a bit of a crunch and a tang to it. But the funny thing was this one was purple. And I still got 3 more. But this one was purple and it still had the crunch like it's a red one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try me a nice purple plum soon. Maybe I'll get one tomorrow.
Yeah. Man, I feel good because I just had a taste for something and I was like, maybe I'm gonna eat a Jamba Juice. I'm like, nah. So yeah, I bought some plums instead.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a great call. But can you say hi to everybody in the chat before we get started?
Yeah, I'll do that. So what's going on to Huscular Muscular? Salute. 0 to Infinity. Appreciate you. Mela, welcome. Long time no see. Let's see. Hatch Dragon. Appreciate it. Sean, welcome. And let's see. That's a 0.
0?
Yeah, 0. 0. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got Zone.
Zone.
Zone, appreciate you. Thanks for coming
Salute
through.
to
And Too
you.
Cool for School. What
Right.
up? Thanks for being a channel member.
Thanks for coming. Oh, look, we got Trey. Oh, look, we got a few
Oh,
people.
Trey, my bad. Trey, Firestorm, appreciate you.
All right,
Trey
salute
to
to
MBD,
y'all.
haven't seen you in a bit.
Right,
Firestorm, what's up? What's up?
right. And thanks for the compliment. Y'all like my new sexy avatar, huh? I appreciate that. All right, guys. So go ahead, GC. Tell them what we got in store for them today.
Okay, so I wasn't gonna cover this because I didn't feel like it was my place because I'm not really a passport bro, but I am a bro with a passport, and this is a problem. This is a problem. So apparently there is an epidemic, a problem of epic proportions, where Colombian women are putting that poison inside tourist drinks, and then when when the guys are knocked out, they do all kinds of ill doings to them. I tell you, Melody, they do ill doings.
It's
I
ridiculous.
done heard stories. About guys waking up to a smaller penis.
Oh, what?
I don't know what they did, Melody, but he said he started off with 8 inches and woke up with 4.
Yikes.
Didn't take no money, didn't take no jewelry, just woke up with a penis that was 4 inches smaller. Don't know why.
That's
They
wild.
did something. They took a man's shoestrings and left the shoes. It is just awful.
Right.
They took his fingers and said, "Finger looking good." Like, I'm telling you, Melody, it's just ridiculous. There's no telling what they're gonna do.
Right. But do that prove the passport bros wrong? How they say women overseas are so much better than a women in America? Does this prove them wrong?
To a certain extent. In this particular place at this particular time, yes. Listen, the world is big, and I'm pretty sure there exists a small city full of worser chicks. But it doesn't make them good. It means that you go to places where there are better. And I would still say that American women are collectively worse. And that's because this is a one-time thievery. I repeat, this is a one-time thievery. Okay, put it like this. I'm going to put it like this. I would rather wake up to a Colombian woman who stole whatever I have in a hotel at that time than to wake up to an American chick as Jonathan Majors. Like, that's like the worst case scenario.
Right.
It's like, yeah, in Colombia, they take all the crap you have right then and there. In America, they take all your crap and then take your ability to get new crap. They take your career. They took that man's career.
Right.
Like Jenny Ma's trying to take young Jeezy's half of everything.
Yeah, she did him dirty. We're gonna get into
exactly. So I still have to, it's like a worse better. It's like, would you rather be walking down the street in bright purple in a Crip or Blood neighborhood? Like, it really, like, it's still both bad.
Right. Yeah, they're both bad. And do you really hear a lot of American women putting stuff in men's drinks though?
Not regular men, no. And that's what I wanted to talk about. So we can talk about that now. Not regular men. So the movie Hustler showed the women in New York, and you're like, hey, GC, come to New York. No, yeah. But the women in New York going around putting stuff in dudes' drinks. But they weren't putting it in regular, Joe the Plumber, everyday brother drinks. They was putting it in, the big white penis guy drinks. And you know what I'm talking about. You know those Ivy League dudes that vibrate their head and say, I went to Harvard. You know,
Yeah.
they was putting it in their drinks. It was putting in Ivy League drinks. So the regular,
Right.
the regular 75 to 150K dude didn't really have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to worry about that. They was putting it into to the black card carrying members of society, drinks, not the regular people.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to places like Colombia, understand that you are not regular. You have the big white penis when you go there, and you have to act accordingly. See, you have to act like you that Wall Street dude that went to Yale on a legacy. You have to act like you that dude now, because relatively speaking, you are. Here, they're not gonna rob you for whatever your maximum daily takeout amount on your card is.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do that, but they will do it here because they will do it in Colombia apparently because it's a greater reward. They don't. A couple of $1,000s go further, so they're willing to do more to do it. So you got to be careful. You have to walk around like you that rich dude. And I'm not saying act, hood rich. I'm talking about, protect yourself as the wealthy protect themselves here.
Absolutely. Yeah, because see, to me, on a pop, I can't even say it. Oh my god, I told you I had that brain frog today. Okay, unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The women in Colombia probably watch YouTube, and they probably watch Facebook and Instagram and see how black men and black women can't stand each other. And they probably see black women saying that black men saying that Colombian women are so much better than black women, and they're more submissive, and all this other stuff that they say, and they probably take advantage of that. So
No,
when the black men come over there, they already got in their minds, we got a sucker here. We're gonna take advantage. We're gonna get this money from him. All we gotta do is act sweet and submissive and be that woman that these black women aren't, and we can get them for everything they got. This is probably how Colombian, and not only Colombian women, but all women in other countries think. Because you really think these women don't see this whole gender war thing over here in the
they
West?
don't.
Are you sure about that?
Well, in all honesty, they don't, but they don't have to. They don't see it because they're not watching American YouTube like that in the countries that brothers frequent. They're simply not. I mean, like we have 3-hour videos and stuff. They're not sitting at home watching 3 hours of people talking back and forth about social issues in a language that they don't speak.
Right, but I'm not
Just
even
like I don't sit and watch Telemundo
Mhm.
and and listen to them, or well, sometimes I do because I like to see the woman talk Spanish and then she get madder and madder and madder and then she slaps somebody. I do
Mhm.
like to see that, but I mean I don't do that for a long period of time. So the short answer is no. But the thing is, Melody, is that they don't have to. They don't have to watch American entertainment, YouTube, Instagram, and Brick Lady and TV. They don't have to watch that to know that there's a problem. The fact of the matter is that they're coming over here from their point of view. See, we don't have to actually watch like Mexican news to know that there is a economic problem, that there's a job shortage in Mexico, because the fact of the matter is we know that they're coming here in droves. And that's really for any country. We know that if there is a bunch of you here, then we have something that you want. There's a lot of Indians out here. So we have a lot of tech jobs that you want
Right.
that you don't necessarily have in India. We have
Mhm.
higher paying tech jobs here in India. And I don't have to watch Bollywood to know that that's the case. So they know that they have like an influx of penises flooding their cities.
Right. So since they know that, you know, don't you think these women might try to take advantage of these
Absolutely.
American
Well, that's
men
what we're
with
talking about
money?
today. Colombian women are taking advantage of the influx of American men in other places. You know, some of these guys are from elsewhere. But
Yeah.
they are taking advantage of Western men who are traveling to these countries. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In such high numbers that you have people in the chat room talking boycott, you know, and, so yeah, there is a there.
Right. It's just dangerous, and I don't know if people should go to a lot of these. Well, you should go to the countries, but just be careful. Don't go over there and drink with these people, knowing that they can just slip something in your drink, or ask someone if they're can I say the word? Pros. I'm not going to say it, but can I say it?
Well, I mean, you can, say something else.
Streetwalker. I'm going to say that.
Well,
Ask
like a
them.
space runner or something. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Well, ask them if they're a streetwalker first. Learn the language so you can communicate with them. Because if you ask them in Spanish or whatever language, you know, ask them, and if they say no, get it on record or something. Pull out your phone, record them saying no. So that way, if they try to call the police on you, you'll have the recording. You have to be able to cover yourself because it's just too dangerous out here to just trust these women.
Speaking of cover yourself, what's up with that new picture? No, I'm joking.
You like it? Right, thank you.
But
Yeah,
no,
but you gotta be real careful. Even everywhere you go, Africa, Europe, I don't care where you are, you should always cover yourself. Make sure
mhm.
you're good.
Yeah, yeah. I don't drink, but I don't feel comfortable having to watch my drink, to see if a chick had to put something in my water or something like that, and or just taking a chick home and then she just snaps on you like, "Dang, when are you gonna drink something so I can poison you?" Like, I don't want to get that particular snap.
No, it's scary. And then the cops are gonna take their side because they're citizens. They're not gonna
Yeah.
take an American side. Even if they believe you over her, they're still gonna take her side and make you pay them money to
Well,
let you go.
yeah. And a lot of the times the cops know the chick.
Right.
And if she gets a wampum and she gives a cop like, a whole month's salary, you know, then he's gonna side with her, on some stuff. And by the way, and you left this out, we're talking about a different hustle here. Um, we're talking about something that I worry about. And Melly and I talked about it behind the scenes before the show started. And this particular hustle is you meet a nice girl, pretty girl, and this can only happen in a country where prostitution is legal. And she says, "Hey, let's go back to the hotel." And you're like, "Okay, yeah, I'm feeling myself." And you do, and y'all do the deed, and then she just ups and says, "That'll be $100." And
Mm-hmm.
you like, "Wait a minute, I didn't know. I thought you was just trying to get down." So you're gonna have to prove that you didn't know that she was a working girl. So I never been in that situation. I actually read about it the first time I took an international trip.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do worry about that situation. When I went to Brazil, that actually happened to me. She just whispered in my ear, like, "I want to have sex with you." I was like, "Oh, for real?" Which is something that don't really happen here in the States with
Mm-hmm.
women that was attractive as this one too often. Um, in fact, like often at all. Like I could go years without without a woman that attractive being that forward to me. So I was a little taken back, and I did worry that that was the case. But come to find out after watching some videos like Austin and stuff like that, that they're just like that. They're a little different. That it wasn't a setup. So, but that is that country. So you got to be, just a little aware on that. There isn't much you can do, but argue your case articulately. But trust me, it's better to give the cop $20 than it is to get that chick $100.
Right, but this is the thing. Sometimes I do think the cops are in on it. They're working together.
And sometimes that's the case too. I forgot to mention that. Sometimes they're related to the cops.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is how they get money from American dudes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, you can't see. Here's the thing. Here, it's classes don't intermix like that. Like, to where you have. I don't kick it with many people that make 50 times what I make.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not at this current job, but in a previous job, maybe my boss made 50 times more than what I make, but I don't even think it was that extreme. There, it's that extreme. So, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason that, you don't just like sit, in Burger King and Mark Zuckerberg just come in and order a milkshake right next to you. That don't happen. Because you are vulnerable to stuff like that. And then there is a belief that exists amongst the have-nots of the world. And it existed in me when I was more of a have-not. And that is the rich should give us their money.
Mm-hmm.
There is that belief system that is nothing wrong with stealing from the rich. And we teach our children this. That's what Robin Hood is all about. Hey, steal from the rich, give to the poor. Yeah, and that concept is great until you actually become rich or you are relatively wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, and this is a strange thing. I'm talking about an average income brother. I'm talking about, a 50K brother, or even a dude that's twice average income, an 80K brother, or what is it, like 45? So like say a 90K brother, right? Like you're not rich in New York. In fact, you're not technically rich anywhere. Of course you're richer in some places than others, but you go to a place where rent for a nice apartment to its citizens is $100 and you making 90K, then you are that dude. And that mentality, that steal from the rich, give to the poor mentality, now applies to you. And you start looking at Robin Hood like, hey, he was a jerk.
For real.
Like, hey, he was an a-hole. So, be prepared for that. All right. So let me see. Somebody, Rich Dad, Poor Dad exposes Robin Hood concept. Okay.
Listen, I say this. This is my advice.
Somebody says all the problem that passport bros have is caused by them. No.
You don't think that's a little bit true, GC? Just a little bit?
Well, it's not caused by them.
But if you were a responsible passport bro, you would be more careful with the chicks you approach. You would at least know
that's that talk.
Wouldn't you at least know their culture, learn their culture and their language before you start dealing with them like that?
I don't think that the woman with the pill is saying, "Oh, I can't put it in his drink." He knows my culture and language.
That's why I said a little bit. I didn't say a lot.
I don't think that really matters too much. No, just watch your back. And when somebody's a victim of something, I never say it's their fault because they didn't watch their back enough, unless they're just like on some, walking around with a bunch of Mr. T gold chains or something like that. Then I'll say that. But no, if a woman slips something into your drink, I don't say like, oh no, you should have did this, and I can't stand doing that. Like,
Victim
you ever
blaming.
lose a fight and then somebody say, oh, that's your fault, you should have did this. Like, shut your ass, shut up.
Right. Well, can I say this? Do you think a lot of the problems that passport bros are having are caused by certain dudes coming online and putting all their business out there, the things they're doing with these girls and all that, and everybody know about this, and it's just bringing more and more attention to the passport bros, and now people are pinpointing them when they come over there, and they're doing these things to them. They're putting things in their drinks. They're tricking them into getting to bed with them because of the things they hear and see online. Do you think that might play
No, once again, Melody, I'm telling you, these chicks do not have to go online to know that they don't have to go online. They see the guys there. They see the tourists there. They don't have to go online to know that guys are touring from all over the world.
Understood, but it's a big thing now. One of my
It's a big
uncles,
thing to us. They don't speak English. Why
well,
would
what
they
I'm saying,
watch this? I mean,
my
I'm pretty sure they
uncle,
heard about it, but chances are they heard about it, through an actual passport bro.
this is the thing. My uncle, he married a woman in DR. He's from here, but he married a woman in DR, and they lived there and everything. He even was like, "What's up with this new passport bro thing?" He said, "I've been a passport bro all my life, but I never was like announcing it to everybody, and I moved in silence." He was like, "Back then, it was different." He was like,
Mhm.
"Now with all these people screaming out passport bro, they're making all of us Americans look bad over here."
Yeah,
So
I
I do
agree. I
think,
mean,
yeah.
well, I agree in the sense that okay, here's what I agree with. I don't think it should be a movement, and I don't think that you should flood anywhere. Like if you're going to make a movement, I mean, you shouldn't oversaturate one particular area too much. Um, I do agree with that. I think that okay, it's like say you like to fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you find like this immaculate fishing hole, and like the fish is always biting. They just are biting every time you go. You go in the morning, they biting. You go in the afternoon, they biting. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then you may you tell a homie or two, and it's all good. Like they come and they get some fish too.
Mm-hmm.
But once you say it online, then it's a whole different ball game,
Right.
because what happens at that point is now everybody fled the fishing hole and it's no more fish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, if you sell it as a concept, passport broing, without mentioning particular countries, then yeah, I would say it's a good thing.
Right. It's a good thing, but a lot of these guys are making it bad for real, true passport bros who don't say a word. They just move in silence and do what they do. And me personally, I don't care what you do overseas. If you're trying to get away for whatever reason, the women here are horrible, or you don't like the food here, or it's too expensive to live, by all means, go. I want you to go. I want you to enjoy life. But stop snitching on yourself. Somebody said in the chat, it's self snitching. Like, just do what you do in silence. Stop recording everything you do.
Well,
Like,
I mean, it's flooding. So, I mean, like people here talk about moving to the south, right? Um,
mm,
because housing is cheaper.
right.
But it's cheaper because not many people are doing it. Once people start taking California monies to I don't know, a place where housing is cheaper, Nebraska, and then they say to everybody, hey, Nebraska, Nebraska, Nebraska. And I know Nebraska's not in the South. I'm just saying. I'm just giving an example of an inexpensive place to live, relatively speaking. You know, everybody say, oh, Nebraska, Nebraska, and they mention this city. And then all Californians who you know, have trouble financing a home here, you know, move to Nebraska at the same time. Then what does that do there? Raise the housing prices. So I'm like, listen, if you're going to leave the state because of expensive housing, then just don't say where in particular. There's nothing wrong with, you know, selling the concept of you know, leaving the state for less expensive housing. It is something wrong with it's just bad marketing to mention a smaller space and have everybody concentrate to that smaller space.
Right.
So I'm not saying, so Sean said keep it silent. I wouldn't say keep it silent. At least keep the destination silent. Like make that your secret fishing hole, you know.
Right.
You know, but that's the power of mass media.
Right. And the women. All right. So this is a like question I have for you, and be honest. Do you think, seeing what's going on and everything in Colombia and all these places, do you still feel the same way that those women are so much better than Western women? Or
Well, again, Colombia, and particularly Medellin, Colombia, the short answer is no.
So wait, you don't feel like those women are so
Well,
much
the short
better
answer I'd
than
probably say no, but then again, I mean, it's hard to say because there are similar crimes committed against men here in the States. And these crimes are, it's hard to say because if something happens to you within a 2-week period on a, you know, vacation, then, you know, that is something that happened in a very short period of time. You know, people do live in the U.S. for 2 weeks straight without anything happening, and that wouldn't be fair to say there. But yeah, that is a tough one because, you know, they do the same stuff. You know, a lot of the violence that you see is instigated by local American women, and quite frankly, they're just fatter and uglier. So that's something to take into account. So it is a coin toss.
It's a coin toss, but one of my Colombian friends, she told me, and she visits all the time. She's from there. She was born there, but she came here at a very young age. And she was like, honestly, because I was telling her about what I do on YouTube and everything and my beliefs, and she was telling me, honestly, the women over there are just as westernized as these women. Like feminism is hitting hard in Colombia. That's what she said. That's what she said.
She's lying.
And she's Colombian.
She's lying.
She was like, the women over there are just as bad as the women here.
She's lying.
Now, as far as, all right, well, you can explain after, but I'm gonna tell you this: the only thing that those women, a lot of those women have going that women here don't have going, they look better. That's for one. They ain't as fat as the women here. From what I understand, right. I guess you're right. Well, this is what she
is
said.
a mechanism that ugly chicks use to convince pretty chicks to become uglier. So that being the case, it's nowhere near as much as it is here. Not even close. I can't think of a place in the world, you know, maybe like one of those countries you hear about, like, you know, like Finland or some crap like that, you know, maybe, but there is no place like Western. And I know what she's thinking, like, you know, she's thinking like, oh no, my cousin has a job. She's a doctor or some crap like that. And they're like, yeah, we're just as feminist. No, there is nothing. Trust me, I've been places. There is nothing worse than what's going on here.
You know what it is? That's the American in her speaking. The fact that she's been here for so long. That's what's.
No, it could be. But like, you know, well, I mean, there is this thinking that a lot of women, particularly Black women, want American men to feel, and that is that it's the same everywhere. So better with the demon that you know. You know, better the villain that you know than the villain that you don't know.
Well, I don't agree with that it's better here. Because one thing,
No, no, no.
biggest,
But what she's
the
saying is
biggest
it's the
thing.
same.
Yeah, she's
So,
saying it's the
they're
same.
not even saying that they're better. They're saying that it's the same.
Right.
And
But
that most certainly is not true. Like not by a long shot is that true.
and I agree with that because, like we said, the women there are more feminine. The women there are smaller. They're healthier. So yeah, I can't agree with that. But as
Mhm.
far as, I guess you mean like the attitudes, like the way the women act.
No, the attitudes and everything is better too.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
And
know.
and once again by a long shot. Like
Well, I've never been, so I can't say.
yeah.
So,
Well, your brother's been and
my brother's
he'd
been.
tell you the same.
Right.
Yeah, she's lying. She's either lying because she was lied to and she's just, lying by proxy. Somebody told her a lie and she believed it, so she went further with that.
Well, it
Or
started with her saying, "I'm tired of them dogging black women online." I guess she
yeah,
felt
so
like
so
that
so
because
she's lying.
because
She's
I'm a
lying
black
because
because
she's
I'm a
hoping
black
that
woman, so she
this
probably
put the
felt
end
that
to the
way.
dogging.
Right. That's pretty much what she was saying.
Yeah.
She was like, because it's the same. Hispanic women and black women, they're close to the same. And then that's when she got into like how it is in her country and all this stuff. So
Well, it's not even a matter of ethnicity, it's a matter of culture. Listen, you know, the the women here in the States really have like a perfect storm of bad. It's, like between the welfare system, the marriage systems that gives you cash and prizes every time you get a divorce, like all of this stuff and then, the movie industry, the film industry, the luxury spending industry, like everything is working to make the Western woman what they are. This isn't
hmm
this isn't an accident,
hmm
This isn't an accident. It's like a whole series. It's a gumbo of events that just make them what they are.
right.
And that don't exist anywhere else, even if they have one of the ingredients of the gumbo.
Right. Movies like The Color Purple, that's a
Yeah,
big factor.
exactly. Exactly. Like it takes like a whole number of things,
hmm
plus time. But the most important thing that it takes, that doesn't really happen anywhere else, is money. It takes an extraordinary amount of money
hmm
to get half the population to say that they don't need the other half, to stupidly say that. It takes
Right.
an enormous amount of money, you know. And since most of the world don't pay their people to do nothing,
hmm
then they can't be that way. They just can't.
Right. Well, you have any videos we can show?
Yeah, well, show the video that you sent me.
Okay. We can start with that one.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, make sure you hit the like button. Share on your platform. Let everybody know that I am live along with Game Changer. Because y'all know I was gone for a while, but I am back. So make sure you guys are sharing, hitting the like button, subscribe if you're new, and also subscribe to Game Changers channel, which Hatch Dragon dropped.
Mhm.
There's his channel right there.
Now it's somebody said, Madeira said, well, Passport Bros letting other bros know. Oh, and by the way, these things that are happening listen, when I travel, a lot of the people never heard of the Passport Bros. They're just people that are there on vacation. And I'm talking about people who are retired, who has been elsewhere for quite some time.
Yeah, my uncle knew.
Well, yeah, your uncle knew, but I'm talking about like when I'm actually away.
Okay. Yeah, so the people that's actually over there, you mean like the other black men from here, they
Mhm.
don't know what the passport bros are, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them don't.
Gotcha.
But keep in mind, I haven't really asked since the whole Austin Holloman epidemic. So
I thought Austin put passport bros on the map.
yeah, so maybe it's changed because of that. But
Mhm.
but he's not a passport bro. So
Exactly. So, game changer, are you saying that passport bros are not safe just in Colombia, or do you think they're not safe anywhere?
no one is safe anywhere ever, Melody. Um, However, I will say that Colombia is a lot less safe now for tourists than it was in the past. And this
Mhm.
is just from recent reports. There's a lot of alerts. There's alert on online dating and stuff like that. So, absolutely, it's a crime wave. And when something is in a crime wave, you avoid that place.
Right.
Like I don't go to Florida when there's a hurricane warning. Like it's a yeah, it's a crime wave.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes sense. All right, guys. So the video that we are about to show you is wild. Like, my heart was just pounding when I saw this video. I was even afraid for these American guys, because you never know what kind of trouble these women can get these men into.
Mm-hmm.
You pulling it up now? Exactly. So nobody is safe, but especially in Colombia, like I've been hearing a lot and seeing a lot of video clips of Black American men in trouble over there. And not only Black American men, I've even seen some white Western men getting in trouble or even getting deleted in Colombia.
Well, okay, let me show y'all. Here, actually, play this first because I want to show y'all how bad things are as far as the dating scene here in the U.S. is.
Okay.
So we could determine like who's better. Then this will help with that, help answer that question.
All right,
So,
let's do it.
all right, hold on. Oh, I like the way you say let's do it. All right. It's the last link there.
All right. Oh, you dropped it in the back?
Yeah, I dropped it in the private chat. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, y'all. Fair use.
Our baked-in premium plugins give you the best.
It's so different for me. I know there's
Oh, scroll to the beginning.
nurses.
Oh, why did it start back there?
No, because I programmed it to do that.
I'd
But
like to start this video in prayer. If you could please bow your heads. I'm kidding. Heavenly Father, God, angels of the highest truth and compassion, I come before you today and I ask you.
fast forward it. Nobody want to hear this bitch pray or this woman pray.
The wisdom. I pray that and relate in a way that hearts of the people that are
She's still praying.
King Face.
Oh, it's labeled at the bottom. So go past where it says
I feel
prayer.
about him.
Oh.
I still get so nervous to speak about how I feel about him. I still get so nervous. I'm so nervous right now. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm so nervous to speak about this person, if you don't know who King Face is and was a person that had a lot of controversial views and lived a very controversial life. It was a public figure, spent a lot of time trying to change the minds and hearts of people. And on top of that, he gave me HIV.
And there you go.
Speaking about him.
All right, pause it. All right. I'm not going to commit you to the whole thing. But I was watching this video Because first I was like, oh, she's kind of cute. She got some, nice titties.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
And then turns out that she got HIV.
A mess.
But that's just the beginning.
Uh-oh.
That's just the beginning. I clicked a couple of more of her videos. I was like, dang, she's just walking around with HIV.
Yikes.
And then in her video, out of nowhere, a kid comes up, a 2.5-year-old little girl. Right?
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh crap. Did she get it after she got the kid? So that got me curious, and I was watching a little bit more. So here's the story of where the kid and the wedding ring came from.
Uh-oh. You want me to continue?
So apparently some guy named King Face
gave
her the HIV, right?
Oh my God.
And then she was crying. She was crying online on one of her videos talking about, it's so hard to date when you have HIV. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? You're telling me that you don't know why? But come to find out, a month later, she got a dude. She got a dude. And then like 3 months after that, he's hitting it raw, trying to get her pregnant on purpose.
Well, GC, they have new medication out that
I do not care.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you why he probably thought it was okay. I think it's gross, but he probably thought it was okay because she was undetectable. So that's probably when he gave her the child while she was undetectable.
Melody.
Okay.
Melody, I don't think you understand the magnitude of what's going on.
I do.
That's like saying, yeah, the reason why I don't mind getting shot in the chest is because of these. You haven't heard about those new bulletproof vests? I do not care.
I get it.
But Western men are so desperate that they are raw dogging confirmed HIV chicks.
Yeah, it's gross.
Over and over again with hopes to get them pregnant. With hopes that listen, I'm undetectable. I don't get what the hell. So in order to sleep with a girl like this, you are so desperate. Western men are so desperate. So you think that if dudes are they're taking this particular risk. That is how desperate Western men are. They are so desperate that they are knowingly putting a penis in AIDS. They are what in the world?
I mean, he is taking chances. And Firestorm 855 said meds can help manage it, but that dude is tripping. I agree 100%. He is playing Russian roulette right there.
Every day, like all the time, he's playing it.
Absolutely.
And she's weird. The doctor told her, don't breastfeed. She's like, no, I want to breastfeed. And they had to arrest her. They had to threaten to arrest her.
Who, her? Really?
Yeah, they told her, don't breastfeed. And she's like, no, I hear that breastfeeding is healthy for the baby. Not when you have HIV.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
this chick is just out there spreading fluid. And oh gosh, everything about it is wrong. This is how desperate men are. So you think that if Western men are desperate enough to put their penis in AIDS, they're not desperate enough to go elsewhere where the streets is littered with women like this?
Yep.
That is I seen this. I was like, wait a minute. When I seen that kid, I was like, first of all, cute kid. I was like, oh man, that's a whole baby.
And how long did she have HIV for?
2020.
Oh yeah, she's tripping.
2020, and but the dude knew it. I don't know. I'm listening. Oh yeah, she tripped. She tripping for the breast milk, but the dude knew it was there, and he did it anyway, and then he married it. He put a ring on it, and this is after a month. She only had to be on Tinder a month, looking for penis that's willing to stick it in to some HIV, and she found it.
Well, that's that pretty privilege. She pretty, so it wasn't hard to find somebody, even with HIV, unfortunately.
So, and that's my point. Western men are so desperate for pretty because pretty is so rare that they are willing to go through ridiculous extremes. And I don't want to hear that crap. New medications. I do not. What the hell? What in the hell?
I agree with you, GC. It's
I've
pretty
been
gross.
avoiding it. I'm in my 40s. You know what that means? That means that I was here before it was here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been avoiding all my life. I avoided AIDS. Like all my life I've been avoiding that crap.
Yeah, you and I both. It's called condoms. I mean, he would still be
I'm
taking
not doing it with a condom.
I was
Listen,
going to say
it
that.
is all over. It is all over. You could be the hottest chick ever. You know, if Kelly Stamps told me, like, you know, oh yeah, you know, you can have it, but like, you know, and I think that that's the only thing she could say after the but that would make me not do it. That and I wasn't born female.
Oh yeah, those are the two things.
Those are the two things.
Yeah.
But nope, not for this dude. He just took it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she does have a gorgeous face, but she also has HIV.
Why do you keep saying that? I don't even see her face anymore. It is gone. The point is, okay, Melody, she does have a gorgeous face. Okay, you've seen Snow White in one form or another. You've seen a play or something. You know what Snow White is. You know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
If the witch had the word poison written on the apple, you would be the one to say, yeah, but it do look like a good apple. Like, no.
I was just saying that's the only thing she has going for her. She has a pretty face. I mean, other than that, it's disgusting. I agree with you. I'm actually agreeing with you.
All right.
Even though she's gorgeous, you still can't take chances with that.
Why do you keep... Okay, see, you keep bringing that up. I'm saying, like, at this point, Melody, that is null and void.
I get what you're saying.
And it should be null and void. But see, here, you know, being gorgeous and is so rare that dudes are putting a penis in a landmine.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Yeah. So that's how bad it is here. And you're asking, is it worse there? I mean, you know, that's what I'm saying. You got to take you know, you have to give like a litmus test to the desperation of modern Western men. And ask yourself why isn't the desperation as much in other places?
So they don't have HIV over there?
Like yes, they do, but they don't have men so desperate enough to actually knowingly put their penis in the woman with the HIV tattoo right above her vagina. They don't do that. Like there, you could just go to the next pretty chick. Here, not so easy.
Right. Agreed.
Is this a sign? I met.
Oh no, that's enough for her.
In June, March.
Oh,
that's enough for her. Yeah, because I already explained her life story. I just want to. I want to get that shock effect from when you heard, you know.
Her plight. Yeah, I was definitely shocked. I didn't expect that to come out of her mouth at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. All right, so you have the other video?
Well, you have the other video. You put it in my in my Hangouts.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hit the like button, share on all platforms, and make sure if you are new, make sure to subscribe to me and Game Changers channel. Hold on. I be putting so much stuff in your chat, I don't see it. Hold on.
All right. Well, that's because I gotta go back to my history feed because
I put so much stuff in here.
yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know. It was that long ago? It was that long ago, huh?
Oh, I found it. Yep,
Okay, perfect.
found it. Hold on. Got so much stuff open here. Okay. All right, let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
See it?
Hold on. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Vaya expreso, porque ahorita voy por tu
Adiós. 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 Bye. Bye, nigga. Bye. Are you still? Adiós. Come on, my nigga. Up, my nigga. Up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Watch out, bro. Don't touch me. Listen, I'm not that guy. Don't end up in a Mexican jail. Don't end up in a Mexican jail. It's not that important. Your life is worth more, bro. Don't do it.
All right.
Adiós.
Oh, all right. So what's your thoughts on that, JC?
Well, yeah. I think what's disturbing is how comfortable she was in that situation, which is very similar to Keisha. Is very similar to America and the Keisha situation, and that is that feeling of complete and total protection. That you're protected by the law and you are protected by simps, by just random simps who are passerbyers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That type of confidence and feeling of security when a man is in your face only comes from that. So that is a reflection of how things are in Colombia.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just think it was wrong. I see so much wrong with this whole situation.
Speak your brain.
All right. So, yes, those women were too comfortable. They were just like Keisha. They were not afraid. They're used to men yelling in their face because they're used to doing men wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Mm-hmm. These men.
And they're used to it ultimately going in their favor. And it's not just Keisha. It's not just Keisha. What's his name? Jonathan Majors is built like the heavyweight champion in the world, but she just felt completely comfortable and safe yoinking his phone from him and then chasing him down the street, because that is the world that exists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts. But how aggressive those men were What's your take on that? They were very aggressive.
Yeah, they were aggressive because something went awry. And to be fair, only one of the chicks was like that. But something went awry. As far as because I'm gonna be honest, they look like prostitutes. I don't really know what women dress like, what non-prostitute women dress like in Colombia. So I can't speak to that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very likely that they're prostitutes. I can't imagine like anybody saying the wrong thing when there's a language barrier. Like, oh, you have offended me, sir. Like that don't happen when you speak different languages. So it could have been like a business transaction gone wrong or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been a business transaction gone wrong. And for those who speak Spanish, they would, or understand a little bit of Spanish, they would know that she was asking him to pay her.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. So it definitely was a business transaction.
Yeah. So she probably was asking for more than the agreed upon price, or what was it? She was asking for more than the agreed upon price, or here, I'm just copying this so I can send it to you.
Okay, love.
All right. Or they didn't have a price to begin with, like he didn't know he was supposed to pay.
That's what I'm.
Well, or she didn't fuck him. Excuse me, or she didn't sleep with him.
I don't know. I'm thinking she did, and I'm thinking she didn't tell him that she was a prostitute before the transaction, before they did what they did.
Yeah, so it's that hustle that we was talking about.
Right.
Now, once again, that hadn't happened to me, but if it did, and if it does, I don't know how I would react. So people calling him Pookie and stuff like that, like, hey, people don't like being hustled, and especially if you're not used to it. So you're going to defend yourself from a hustle at all costs.
Definitely. So I do think they were only being aggressive like that because the women didn't tell them what's really good, what's up. They didn't. They just went into it. These men probably thought, oh, hey, these chicas, they want to hang out with us. That's what's up. And then they do what they do, and they're like, come on, pay up. And they're like, what? That's why they're like, adios, adios. Like, that's the only thing they know in Spanish. That's why I say passport bros especially should learn the language of the country.
That wouldn't have helped in that situation.
It would, because if they would have got a better understanding, they would have asked the women, like, so you're not prostitutes, right?
Well, I mean, if they're hustling, then they'll lie.
Yeah, but that's when you pull out your phone and you record everything that's being said. That's what I mean by the.
You could do that if you know a little bit of Spanish.
That's what I mean.
No, I do think that, I don't think that it would help much. I'll put it like that. Like it'll probably deter them because you'll be able to articulate yourself to the police.
Exactly.
Which is a deterrent, but that chick, it don't seem like anything in the world was going to deter that chick.
No, and obviously the only words they knew was adios, because that's all they kept saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot wrong with that, and hopefully those men made it out alive.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
they live to post it.
True. That's true, because a lot of men aren't that lucky, from what I understand. So yeah, that's that.
All right, play the last one that I put in there.
Okay, going to it right now.
All right.
Okay, let's share the screen.
Oh, put the pause the music. Take the sound off.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so here you have the woman who's serving food, and and you're talking about women misbehaving and stuff like that. But what I have to say to that is, look at them titties.
Oh, right. I get you, and I even agreed with that.
You agreed with look at them titties? That's my
Yeah,
whole point of playing this video. Look at them titties.
I agree with that. They
Yeah.
do have a better physical appearance than a lot of women here in America. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
So
that's this video. Look at them titties.
right. GC, you funny. No, honestly, I agree with that 100%. She looks way better than a lot of women here. Not all women.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate saying not all, but you got to say that.
I don't have to say that. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm not going to say that.
No, I'm saying I don't have to say it, but people get upset. They start flagging your stuff. Oh, you're trying to attack Black women and American women. Nobody trying to attack nobody. I'm just being honest. Women overseas, that's one thing. One out of like 3 things that they have on y'all. They look better. Some would say they act better. Some would say they smell better. Some would say most of them wear their real hair. Like there's a lot of things that women overseas have on women here. But they all are women. Women are women. And take it from me. Take it from a woman. All women think alike when it comes to trying to use men for money, or like you said, these women are drugging men and taking their money. All women want money. So
this is true.
I say all women are alike in that aspect. But you're right. Look at them titties, though. You're right about that. I agree. Definitely agree with that.
And the reason why I played that is because every now and again you got to stop and look at some titties.
Mm-hmm.
But no, and in addition to that, I'm actually going through the history, my watch history, to find another video that I think is going to be relevant. But in the process of doing that, I seen that in my watch history because I watch titties.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so play the first one that I put in there.
Okay. Let me get to it. Can you see it?
Hold on, let me see. Yeah.
All right. Fair use.
Todos dicen cosas diferentes.
So this guy knows Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Entonces las pagamos nosotros.
¿No me invitas? Yo te invito, todo bien.
Todo bien, gracias.
Yo te invito.
Yo te invito a enseñar a bailar.
¿Qué me vas a invitar?
A enseñar a bailar.
¿Me vas a enseñar a bailar? She's going to teach me how to dance.
Oh, she's going to teach you how to dance.
Tú tienes buena sonrisa. Tú pareces Shakira.
Hey there, so watch the girl in the back. She just picks up my cup. And now she's about to drop something into my cup. Right there. See that? And now she's about to look in there. Yep, it's in there. So yeah, I met these 2 girls like a block away, just in the plaza right there in Cartagena, Colombia. That's little barrio. The neighborhood there is called Getsemani. It's a nice little area. Here we are again. Let's check out again. She picks up my cup and pops it right in there. You can see. Definitely put something in my drink.
And the other chick is distracting him.
Oh, let me pause it.
Sí,
So you said the other chick was distracting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the other chick was, getting him to look away.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like these women are more sinister than women
They
here.
do that here. They just do it to richer men.
Yeah, because you did have Cardi B admit that when she was a stripper, she was drugging men's drink. So yeah, you
It
did
was a
admit.
whole ring,
Right. Yeah. But I would say these women do it more often.
I wouldn't say that at all because we're only hearing about it now. So.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm thinking too hard.
But I mean, what I will say is that they're doing it now. Like in the movie Hustler, they were doing it. They did it in a stretch, and then when the market crashed and it wasn't a bunch of rich dudes out there like that doing acting like that, then they stopped. And then the law started cracking down on them and stuff like that. So
right. Yeah, this is wild. They're pretty much Bill Cosby and men from here.
Don't say that.
All right, I'm sorry.
We don't do that. Yeah.
No, he don't, but you know what I mean.
I don't, because he don't do that.
Okay, let's continue the video.
All right.
Todas las noches. Todas las noches. Sí. Sí. Es mejor que águila. Eso es como un beso. Casi.
Ahí te di un beso.
Sí.
Is he drinking it?
Vamos a brindar. Ojos lindos.
Wait, no. He's drinking it.
Watch it. I'm not gonna say stuff.
¿Cómo está la vida? La historia de la vida. ¿Cómo está la historia de la vida? You saying I've been roofied? You sure? You saw it. Serious? Dang. Really?
O sea, después de que cierran todo esto a la tercera noche, hay un after party.
¿Sí?
Motos 47. Motos 47, Club Night. Very good.
¿Sí? Puede ser. ¿Qué hay?
Hay piscina, hay todo.
Oh, her skin is messed up. What was that? She had a lot of like bumps. Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, she's one of those people with bad acne. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Piscina, hay todo. Música, bebida, piscina.
Música.
Bebida, piscina.
Sí, ok, voy al baño. Ahorita vuelvo.
¿Por qué vas tanto al baño?
Primera vez. I go to the toilet. Let's do it. Not worth the risk. Goodbye, beer. Adiós. This is a good stream. Me voy a pagar la cuenta y me voy.
Wait, but he drank some of it. Right?
Yeah, but not enough. So.
Oh, good. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so. Well, go ahead and play some more.
Okay.
Ya mi cuenta, pues. Ya me voy. Ahora sí, adiós, chicas. Bueno, ya me voy porque ya tengo que irme. No, ya me voy. Tengo buena noche.
Vamos, no te solas. Es de mal gusto. Deja a tu chica sola.
No, ustedes tienen...
She trying to get them to go with her still? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, after party, come to the after party, they're trying to get him to a place to where, they can rob him better.
That is, oh my goodness. I can't believe what I just saw. All right.
Yo estoy solo. Ya, chao. No, ya me voy. Who knows if I got roofied? That's the mystery. We will never know. Maybe you guys got it in a timestamp. That would be cool. I'm good. Hola.
Wow. Unbelievable. I'm still in shock.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's another interesting. Here's a fun fact about this: is that they don't know. I cannot find it for nothing. Or excuse me, they know that they're being recorded.
The women.
The women know that they're being recorded. That somebody is looking at them right now, and they don't care. They have little to no fear of the law. So I want you to take like okay, let's just go with the whole stereotype of the white frat boy that goes around, roofing chicks, right? Do you think that he would do it while she's taking a selfie and he's just there with the pill over the drink, like,
No.
Like smiling for the gram? You think that he would do that?
No.
And that's because he will get arrested. Justice will find him. These women are certain and comfortable that justice will not find them.
Definitely, because that system is on their side. Police are on their side.
Exactly. Now, my advice is don't feed that system.
Right. Stop going over there. Stop showing that country support
until they get right. Until you do right by your tourists. Until these women are so afraid of A, getting arrested, and B, the amount of time that arrest will get, and the certainty that it will happen. Until that's the case, then just give it a break. I mean, and trust me, they will act right. Listen, when I went to the Pahalapines, and I had a massage, right? I got a massage, Melody, each and every single day. You want to know why I did?
Why?
Because it was only cost $4. I spent $60 US here.
Unbelievable.
I spent $60 US. Now the ones I got there were from younger girls, where the ones I got here is from a more experienced one. So maybe that's why it's more expensive.
Right.
Because I like them old.
I was going to say, don't you like them old and heavy-handed? That's what you said.
I like them old, and if she's stocky and she looks strong, I'll take her hands. But if she's like a petite ninja woman, then I have her walk on my back. Right.
Both of them work.
But no matter what, I like them experienced. So, but it was, and the reason why, because it was $4.
Right.
It was $4. I was walking to 7-Eleven, and it was a girl handing out a business card. And then when I called it, a different girl came up, and it was a different chick every time, depending on what shift it was. But every day I got a massage. And you want to know what happened? Each and every single day, the front desk would call me and tell me that the chick is leaving. You see, in order for these chicks to pull it off, they have to take your crap and then walk out the hotel front door with it, and nobody say nothing while you just up sleeping off that drug.
Right.
So, which means that the hotels are A, either in on it, or B, they just don't care.
I think they're in on it. I think everybody is in on it.
Okay, then that hotel need to go out of business. So, give it a break for a bit. You
I
know,
even
I mean,
think,
there's other. South America is a whole continent.
mhm. But I even think that a lot of these women have husbands who are in on it. Um, they put their women out on a stroll, the tourist stroll or wherever they are, and get them to get these American men. And the women bring the money back home to the husband. I honestly think things like that are going on in these countries.
Okay, I'll bite. I'll bite. I do think that that's possible, but they would have to know what hotel you're in. But no, I think. But okay, put it like this: if the hotel, as a policy, is not doing that, then don't mess with that hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
I agree. Definitely agree. But what is your advice to the passport bros who love to go to Colombia
If you
and to
have
all
to
these other
go,
countries?
if you have to go with a crew. If you don't have a crew, get a crew. Like the whole point of having an organization of men is for men to be organized.
Mm-hmm.
So, so Pablo need to call BMT and say, hey, this Pablo, I'm about to be here. Where you at? Like, oh yeah, I'm near too. Like, yeah. Oh, okay. So you in my city, and just like you have like designated drivers, have a designated sober dude. I have so if two chicks come up, they'll think twice. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when a dude say, "Hey, this bitch just put some shit in your drink." It's
But,
safety in numbers.
but how do you know who to trust? If you're just a guy going over there to have a good time and to meet new women and everything, how do you know who to trust?
I'm saying go with the crew.
But even if you go with the crew, how do you know who to trust?
No, I'm saying you're safer that way. Nothing is 100%. I'm saying that you're safer that way because like it's hard for a chick to poison 8 dudes.
Right. That's what I said, Hatch Dragon. That's exactly what I'm saying. Learn the language, common customs, and laws. Once you learn that, it's easier. A lot easier. And you don't take drinks from strangers. Exactly. Trust no one. Drink straight out the bottle. Right. These are all good like points. Or don't drink at all. Like
I'm not learning
Sean.
a language to fuck a bitch. That's what I'm not doing.
You're not learning the language?
Not to smash, no. If a
But
chick told you you needed to learn calculus to smash, would you learn it? No. That's too much stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. If I plan to go regularly to a place or live in a place for a prolonged period of time, yes. But am I going to learn a language to go on vacation and smash? Hell no.
it's not just but passport bros just don't go to Smash, right? They say they go,
For
for
whatever
everything
reason,
else.
listen, there is a taqueria that I go on Tuesdays all the damn time. You think I know Spanish? You give me what I want and you figure my English out.
And vice versa. I feel the same way. I feel like if they're gonna come here to this country, they should learn English. I feel the same way. So passport bros go over there, learn their language and customs and laws.
What I'm saying is, sex is a very basic thing. And I'm not trivializing it. I know that it provides men and sometimes women with enormous pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Of all you might as well learn like a whole new programming language. I mean, that to me, that's a stretch too far for booty. I'm saying for individual booties in isolated occasions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now take Austin for example. He knows Portuguese because he was in Brazil and he planned on being there for a prolonged period of time. But now what he's doing is he. Why did this dude say we have wars for booty? What
We have
war?
wars
What
for
war?
booties.
The War of 18
Yeah.
ass? What war was over booty?
I don't know.
Damn it, that threw off my whole train of thought.
We have wars for booties. That was a good one.
Yeah,
War of
dang.
18. I can't. Oh gosh.
Oh, but now Austin, he goes from country to country, like places like Tanzania and Uganda and all that crap, and he's not learning all the languages just to go somewhere for 2 weeks. Once again, if you're going for a prolonged period of time, that's one thing. Learning a language just to have a slightly more enjoyable vacation, to me, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
In my
but
opinion,
but
in my
look,
humble
GC,
opinion.
real quick. But Spanish is a language that most passport bros should learn because they love going to Spanish countries.
These
They
words
like
are
going
cool.
to DR. They like going to Colombia. They like going to Puerto Rico. They like going even Brazil. Brazil, they don't speak Spanish, but Portuguese is very close to Spanish. So you can communicate with them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Just at least learn Spanish. Even
Okay.
here, you can get far with Spanish here in America as
Granted,
well.
I am speaking as someone who is I'm a bro with a passport. I
Right.
do not, it's not a lifestyle. So that being the case, it's just not really, I feel comfortable asking for ass through Google Hangout. I do. I feel perfectly comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I guess. You mean like
And
translators?
sometimes I don't even. Sometimes I just make up words in Spanish and hope that it means something.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
Funny.
because she knows what I want. I want the same thing every man wants. So I'm just gonna make up words till you give me it.
Right.
You know what they say on that movie? Tango el gatos los pantalones. But you say it in a sexy way, like, hey, tango el gatos los pantalones. See?
Oh my god.
Just make up words until you get booty.
It may work. See, I don't know. I'm not a bro and I'm not a traveler, so I don't know. Probably work for you. Somebody said that you're an international player.
I don't know about that. Do I do well overseas? Yeah. But everyone does better overseas than they do here. You got niggas here that is actually smashing HIV chicks.
Crazy.
So everybody is doing better over there than here. Do I feel that like I'm doing anything particularly special? Maybe. Maybe I am, but you don't have to. The criteria for player is a lot different in most of the other world, and most of the rest of the world. It is more difficult. It is leagues more difficult to convince a woman overseas to sleep with you when she knows you're on vacation. That's a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, so especially if you don't know the language.
Wait, did you just say it's more difficult to get a woman overseas to sleep with you?
For casual sex, absolutely.
So the ones that the passport bros are sleeping with, they want something in return.
Maybe, I don't know their situation. Okay, so They're sleeping with you for different reasons than the women here sleep with you. A lot of women here will sleep with you because of the prospect of a long-term relationship. So that particular avenue that men use for sex here doesn't exist there like that. That particular avenue, because they know like you're gonna leave. I would say the only place I've been to where it was like that was the Philippines, where the women only wanted to have sex if a long-term relationship were to come from that. Latin women, I'm not going to say that they're smarter in that regard, but they don't believe you when you say that we'll keep in touch, or I'm going to marry you one day. They don't buy that.
Right.
They don't buy that. So, and that's because for Filipino women, it's true. A lot of guys do marry Filipino girls and move them to whatever country they come from. That happens so frequently to Filipino women that if you flew out there and you say, hey, I want to take you back to my country and meet my mom, and I'll make you my wife and stuff, they'll believe you because they know somebody that's happened to. Latin American women don't want to leave. They don't even fantasize about marrying a rich American because they would rather stay at home. And if you don't live there, then they just know, like, listen, I am smashing this guy for sexual gratification, which I can get from my own men. Now, one advantage that you do have, and I had, is that discretion. They can do what they want with me and not worry about anybody knowing. So they won't become like the neighborhood or the town or the village slut.
Right.
Because
nobody knows.
I don't even speak Spanish.
Right.
So
didn't you say that women over here were like that too, like the white women that trend?
Yeah. When I was younger, I don't know how it is for young men now with the internet and stuff, but when I was younger, it didn't exist. But yeah, living in Oakland is like a black hole. In the sense that it's a black city surrounded by white cities like San Francisco and others, which are connected by the transit system called BART. So yeah, white girls could come to Oakland and find themselves a pretty ghetto boy, get smutted out, and then go back home to Brad and Chad like she's a virgin.
Crazy, right?
It is. So there is that desire where women, want to preserve their reputation, but do all kind of nasty stuff. So you do get that advantage, but I mean, the best, and then there are the ones who, and these are a little bit older. They just don't care. They just want to have fun, just like American girls do. And you just happen to have that right look at the right place in the right time. So there is that.
It's crazy.
So Jay Mort says something. Let me read this. It says, I think it's communication. I think communication is the problem. Most people are having to establish relationships. Our culture isn't made for it, but it can change if we become intentional towards it. What the hell? Okay. All right. Here's the thing. We have conflicting intentions. And that is, as you say, that is a cultural thing. We have conflicting intentions. You see, and this is the cultural problem that you was talking about. There was a time when both men and women had aligned intentions. What were those intentions? Those intentions were well defined as the American dream.
Right.
White picket fence, 2-car garage, maybe one, a warm meal after you come home for a day of work as a man, and a woman not having to work at all or not having to work as a primary thing for a woman, but the 2.5 kids was you had aligned intentions. Now, not so much. Just the fact that you have to ask means that you're probably not on the same page with modern women. Because you have people, and it's weird, and this goes into how women have their intentions and men are not cognizant of their intentions. They're not aware of their intentions. For example, and a lot of men are just stupid. And I'll give an example. On one side of YouTube, you have some scrunch face chick. And here's what I mean when I say scrunch face. Scrunch face because she had a facelift, but she overlifted it. And that is Shira 7.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she overlifted her face. Like most women have face lifts, she has a face super lift. She didn't have like a face lift. She had a face Uber.
Yeah.
She had a face Uber black. But it was
Wow.
She had an extraordinary facelift, to say the least. But she's over there teaching women to get the bag. Get the bag from these ninjas. Get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. So that's her intentions. Her intentions is get the bag. And then on the other side of YouTube, you have Obsidian. Whose intentions is to give the bag. So if you play them side by side, you'll hear something like Obsidian saying, "We are 100% men here." And Shira saying, "Get that bag and leave these niggas." So yeah, it's you're right on the lack of communication. That's there. But I think the crux of it is, as implied in what you said, is that there is really just the intentions are not aligned.
Facts. I just wish men and women were on the same page. That way men wouldn't have to be going to look for other women. Women wouldn't be like, oh, I can do battle by myself. I don't need no nigga. Excuse my language and all that. It would be a much better place. Especially women saying, I don't need no man. We have that way more than we have men leaving.
And that's why when people, when women say stuff like, oh, it's just as bad. No, there is not a place in the world where women took up that mantra. That is the dumbest thing a group of people can say. So yeah, no matter what, like a woman could say that, oh yeah, they're getting feminists here. Like, listen, they have not created a society, an economy, or what have you, to the point where women are just proudly saying, I don't need a man.
No, that's only here.
That's one of those only in America things, or only in the West things. You have to have like a welfare system that is on point, and you have to have like so many available jobs. Like the job availability has to be high too. Like it has to be like here, a woman could DoorDash. A woman could DoorDash. A woman can Lyft, Uber. She can do these things at any given time. That's not the case here. I mean, not only do you have to have like a large amount of jobs, you have to have a large amount of comfortable jobs.
Yeah. I heard in some... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was going to say, I heard in some countries, women aren't even allowed to work. In some like Muslim or Arabic countries.
Yeah, I heard that too. In fact, I think I've seen it. Like when I was in Brazil, I think I've seen it. But okay, so I think that they're not able to work major jobs, but if you have like a mom and pop's establishment, then your mom can work at the establishment. Quick story, right? Quick story. So it was Carnival time, and you do what you do in Carnival, and that is march the streets.
Right.
So I'm marching the streets, and there was a water vendor there. So I was like, I bought some water and didn't think of it. I had like their equivalent to $50 in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and she gave me the change, but I didn't give her the 50. I don't know what I was thinking. Brain fog, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't trying to rip her off or anything, right? Pretty young woman making a buck, literally off some water. So I did it, and then I just started walking, minding my own damn business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a dude just tracked me down coming out of nowhere, and he couldn't speak English well. And it was a dark skinned black dude, looked like he was an African dude, and it looked like she was probably Brazilian, right?
Right.
And after a while um I was like, listen, I don't know what you're saying, and I don't have any money for you. I gotta go. He was like, no, 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 I'm not a rich man. I was like, yeah, I'm not either. But I'm on vacation. I'm enjoying myself, and he kept following me, and and then I was like, look, dude, stop following me. Stop. If you continue following me, you're gonna have problems.
Right.
You harassing me now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then through the broken English, I realized what he was saying. So that was his wife at the water stand, and so she gave me the water and $49, and I didn't give her the 50. So when I realized that, I was like, oh, because I took him across the street, and
Mm-hmm.
then I pulled my money out and I counted because I remember how much I got from the ATM machine,
Right.
and or the ATM rather, and I was like, oh crap, I still got an extra 50. And I gave it to him. I bought like 5 more waters. I was like, look, I apologize. I apologize for squaring. I apologize for all this. I didn't mean to disrespect a working man. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
who's making his ends in Carnival.
Right.
So that's that. Now my point. They are not thinking about feminism and crap like that. There, you think that what the? You think she's saying she don't need a man? She'd be out $50,
Yeah, that's true.
which is probably like her whole day of water sales. Because, and not just because he's a big dude, or like he just punked me out of the 50 or something like that. No, no, she'd be out of it because she would have to choose between leaving that cart, and people could just start looting and
Mm-hmm.
coming after me. Because I would do the same thing if she said it, you know. So she understood that. Listen, we're gonna work this cart together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So and that's something else. The whole "I don't need a man" is stupid. If you're gonna sell water, it's better to have 2 people there.
I agree. I think you need a man. You're gonna need a man regardless, especially when you get older and there's nobody who want you, and you're gonna wish you had a man because your looks faded. You definitely need a man.
Yeah. So the whole concept is things have to be good. Like life has to be sweet, economically speaking. It takes a
Mm-hmm.
lot of money to create a scenario to where, you know, um, okay, it's kind of like a kid saying, I don't need a parent. That would only be true if orphanages were just like on point.
Mm-hmm.
Like orphanages would just have to be like spectacularly on point before kids start saying crap like that.
Absolutely.
So and that's the situation that modern women are in, or modern Western women are in, that just don't exist in these other places. Even if the women are of that mindset, they can't act it out like that. These chicks who say, "Oh, I don't need a man." Well, okay, you're gonna push that water cart by your damn self, because Hooters ain't hiring like that. Like, I mean, you have to have like an extremely comfortable job to take that job over housewifing.
Mm-hmm. I would much rather be a housewife
Because you're not an idiot.
than to work. Yeah. Or at least work in my husband's business. You know, like if he puts me in his store or, you know, or something like that, I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why some women don't like it.
Yeah, they want to be able to leverage the box. I've come to that realization.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. What do you think about this comment right here?
What does it say? I'm looking at a different screen. What does it
He
say?
said, men just complain about Western women being 304s only to fly out to be with Eastern 304s or 304s from different cultures.
Mm-hmm. I think that it depends. So a guy who's complaining about a woman being a 304, and he's not looking for a 304, then yeah, then that is a thing. That is a valid complaint. It's like, listen, I'm looking for a wife, but all I get is 304s. And the complaint also comes from a different place where a guy could marry a woman who is a 304, but she just didn't make that completely clear to him. But once again, that complaint comes from men who are actually looking for something other than 304s.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know of a man who complains about the abundance of 304s here and then because he's looking for a wife and then goes to another country not looking for a wife, but looking for 304s. I mean, it could happen, but
Yeah, but like we were just saying, it's hard to find a wife when people are putting roofie in your drinks and whatnot. Like you don't know. How do you know how to separate the two? That's my question to you. How do
Well,
you?
well,
Yeah.
first, I mean, you would have to actually have plans on living out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's first and foremost. And you're not looking at two chicks come up and say, "Let's go to your hotel room and I'll teach you how to dance." Is that how I met your mother? Like, is that how you meet a wife?
No.
You know, like she just come with her friend proposing a threesome. Like, so he wasn't looking for a wife at that point.
Mm-hmm. True. And you're right, Zero. A 304 is a 304 everywhere. You're right about that. But that doesn't change the fact that women are like regular women are more feminine over there and more submissive and cooperative than women here.
And the 304s are hotter. Like so like say you're a whoremonger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you go whoremonger here in the U.S., or you go whoremonger in places where women are more beautiful. Like, remember how when we opened up the show, and I was telling you about plums here in California, and you guys have to have your plums shipped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen, if you are a person who just loves the taste of a good in season plum, then you are going to go to a place where they exist in high quality and quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm an orange guy, I go to Florida. If I'm a peach guy, I go to Georgia. If I'm a corn guy, I go to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a dirt eater, I go to Mississippi. Like it's yeah, it depends on the type of person you are.
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. Well, H&M have a question. Who do you think is at greater risk for going overseas? Passport bros or cis?
Um, that's a good question. I would probably have to say the passport bros.
Mm-hmm.
Simply put, they don't really have anything that they want. Um, so, or at least they have less of it, I should say. Like it's assumed that the
Mm-hmm.
women would have less money and therefore less of a reason, um, to swindle them, because like who's going to, you know, traffic Keisha? Who's
Mm-hmm.
going to traffic that crap? Like, yeah. So
That's funny, GC.
no, because you gotta bring the wig too. So who's going to traffic that?
True. But J Mont says passport sis be getting it in overseas. You hear stories about them. Would you? Oh, that will leave you shocked.
Oh, I don't care.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the men get it worse. Because, like GC said, the men are the ones with the money. Women don't really have a lot of money, or they're not expected to have as much as money as the men. So, yeah, the men have it
Yeah,
worse.
and women travel safer. You know, they're not just like, because for one, they're used to having something of value. So,
Right.
women are a lot more aware of, did somebody put this in the drink?
Right. And they go with a whole bunch of girls. I'm going on my girl trip. They
And
be with
that's what
like
I
10
recommend them
women.
roast.
Hmm.
Like if you can avoid it, don't go on like solo adventures and stuff like that.
Right. And listen, I commend my brother because he has friends in a whole bunch of countries. Like when he goes to Colombia, he has a friend over there who lives in Medellin. What do you call it? Medellin?
Yeah, that's in Colombia.
Medellin? Yeah, he has friends that live there. Like he has friends that live everywhere. In the Philippines, he's best friends with a guy who lives in the Philippines. So when he travel, he's always good.
Hmm.
But a lot of these guys, they don't know anybody over there. And they're meeting women off of Tinder and they're meeting them in clubs. It's crazy.
Hmm.
And then what about the men? Do you think passport bros have to worry about the men in these countries?
Do what now?
Do you think the passport bros have to worry about the men in these countries?
Um, Probably. I mean, just about as much. I mean, be prepared to protect yourself at all times.
Right.
Like Americans in general, black and white, not Asian,
Hmm.
um, tend to be a little bigger than most other people in the world. Save some places in Africa and some places in some Norwegian places.
Hmm.
But I mean, so like, there is a certain comfort in that. Like Chris Tucker said, I'm a foot taller than everybody here, but that really don't matter if 20 dudes just come and swarm you. You know.
Hmm.
So yeah, just protect yourself at all time.
Yes, please. And also, I don't think the men in these other countries are allowed to have guns. So you don't have to worry about anybody, using a gun or anything like that. But
Wait, what are you talking about? No, they have guns. Many
oh,
countries have the right to bear arms, and even those that don't, um, even those that don't, they have illegal arms.
okay.
But
Understand.
the rank and file impoverished person is far is unlikely to have one. Guns do cost money, even illegal ones. They do cost money.
Right.
But it's not because of the laws or anything like that. It's just it's just that it's expensive. Um, yeah. So,
Okay.
but Colombians have gotten bold in particular. So
Right. Okay. Well, we're about to come up to the 2-hour mark. I guess we can do our final thoughts.
yeah. So I'm gonna do a movie night. The movie I'm going to do is hold up. I'm doing two things at once. So I'm gonna give you this video and we'll watch it together. But the movie I'm going to do is Class Act with Kid and Play.
Sounds fun.
It is fun. And Here you go. So I'm gonna play that
Right.
right quick before I go.
Okay. You want me to play it right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, before I play it, fair use.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was this one. Yeah. All right, fair use, y'all.
Tómale.
No, ustedes toman tequila y no se van a tomar esa. No hay más shots a la verdad. A ver, eso. Eso es coquito. Ah, no, sí, eso está bien.
Una.
Vea. Una, dos y fondo. Espere, deje yo lo juro. Vea.
Ay, güey.
Déjate de mamás. Salud, güey.
Salud, güey.
Este toma la clase. Se
All right, pause it.
quiere ir otra vez.
Okay. Let me go to it.
What's up, guys?
What was you saying?
No, I didn't say anything. Just had to pause it.
Oh yeah. I don't know. This is suspicious.
Why is it suspicious?
It's suspicious because it's not suspicious. But since we're watching it, that's all I'm saying. But go ahead.
All right. Fair use.
Razor Rays here with you again today, and you've just
You
witnessed
sound like
3 girls.
Husky Muscular.
Oops. Oh, he did. That was funny. Let me go back to it. I X'd out by mistake. Hold on.
Yeah, just go to like the 1 minute mark.
Okay. I gotta share the screen. You'd be so fast with sharing a screen.
Really, I do.
Mm-hmm. It's at 1 minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
Now she gonna do.
Oh, not this, right? What the heck? Oh gosh, she's naked, right?
Yeah, but I didn't send that to you. What was that?
That was the next video. I clicked next.
Where did you get that from?
I clicked next by mistake. And
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
In Medellin. Guys, the 3 Mexican tourists were partying, living it up, drinking with the 3 beauties until they slipped that scopolamine inside their drinks and got them for all they had. The 3 beauties were able to steal money, cell phones, credit cards, and even their clothes. Guys, this is just another example of the scopolamine culture that's going on out there inside Medellin. I hear guys say it is better to travel in groups instead of going solo out there to Medellin. But this story proves that even if you bring along your friends, both you and your friends can get hit with the scopolamine and you all get drugged and robbed.
So, all right.
So when traveling out to Medellin and dating.
Okay, so scopolamine, I think, is something that grows locally. I think it's a plant that grows locally, so the people can get it, the girls can get it real cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And since it seems like it has a potential to have a payoff of thousands, they'll pay like the 50 cent for a pill and hope to get a dude. 3 dudes, yeah, that is something. But I mean, you can't tell men to like, hey, 3 women want to come back to the hotel and party. You can't really tell dudes that. Now, I'll look it up. I don't know if scopolamine is tasteless or not. Because like I say, I don't drink.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when people get drugged, it's because the alcohol masks the taste of the drug, you know.
Right.
So like if I'm one of the three dudes, you know, and y'all the homie, y'all safe because you know I'm not getting drugged, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll just be upset. They'll just look at me like, you know, why you not drink?
Mm-hmm.
Hurry up and drink. I know I got the wrong accent. I got an Oriental accent, but like,
Right. I was gonna say that.
and my Spanish accent is just, you know, I'd say the same thing and but put the word "poppy" at it. Hurry up and
Right.
drink, Poppy.
I can't.
Like, come on and drink, Poppy. You know, then I'm sitting
Come on
there
and drink,
watching the
Poppy.
two homies get unconsciouser and unconsciouser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder what they would do in that situation.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, you know, they have the one guy that don't like. Would they try to jump me? Like, you know, that's possible.
Probably. Or they would probably try to like lure your friends away or lure you away.
Well, they were partying in the same spot.
True. Yeah, I don't know how they would do it. Maybe they would try to hit you over the head with something. Who knows? You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some sinister women.
Those words are true. Wait, somebody said, "Oh yeah, that's right."
What?
Yeah, there were stories of, you know, um, yeah, I think that you could blow it in somebody's face and
Wow.
and put it on your lips or something. I think that that's just urban legend.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
Eating the beautiful woman, please watch your drinks. This was another quick public service announcement from Razor Rays. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm out.
That was it.
Yeah. So once again, Hustler said, "I heard my name." No, he sounded like you. The guy in the video sounded like you.
Yeah. He did.
Mm-hmm. But what was I saying? Now, One Master Teacher had some advice on that, so y'all check him out. He has some advice to the one of it I thought was really good. He's like, only mess with girls, because this is what I do too. Only mess with girls that you meet online. And before I go to a place,
Oh God, I'm sorry.
oh, before I go to a place, just like with the stove girl, I do meet the girl online. Like I do, you know, talk to them online and stuff, and get to know them online, because that way you get a tour guide.
Right, but even those women can be.
Well, but what he said is, look for the date of the profile. So
Okay.
if their profile is like 6 months to 5 years old, then chances are they can't be scamming, because you know they would get caught. Like after a guy gets robbed, first thing he's gonna do is go to the police and like, this is her picture, this is her profile.
Right. Makes sense.
So I mean, and yeah, so if the profile is 3 days old, then you probably want to stay away from that.
Right. Because they're just making it to find a victim.
Exactly. But there's no foolproof way. But I mean, I say, like, listen, it's not really our jobs to be unreasonably safe. This is just me. Do what you want, but it's really not our job to be unreasonably cautious in a place like Colombia. It's really the local law enforcement, the local tourist industry, to have some type of safeguards. There are places in this world where, all people who are not guests. Like if I go to a hotel and I rent a hotel, and I bring a woman with me, she got to give her ID.
Mm-hmm.
She has to check her ID in the thing.
Right.
So, it seems like Colombia don't have anything going on. They don't have any safeguards there.
Yeah, it's not safe at all. And like you said, just boycott. Just don't go. Don't spend your money there. And then the government will snap everything back together. They will fix it. Because they need some like real cops over there who's gonna do the right thing and not just extort you for money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, they just need to see they need to see the money thing, because when tourists is an industry for a lot of places, meaning that is what keeps that's what pays the taxes, pays the waters, like, and all that stuff,
Right.
and in a lot of places, like, you go there and, hotels start closing down, restaurants start closing down, and,
Mhm.
they don't get the taxes from that, and then the people that's out selling water, they don't have nobody to sell to. Like,
Right.
it's a chain reaction. You take something like that out of the equation. You take tourists out of the equation, it becomes a chain reaction.
Exactly. So moral of the story is, guys, there are plenty of other beautiful countries to go to. Just try to stay out of Colombia for a while, because I don't want to see anybody get hurt or even deleted.
Oh wait, here's a link. I'll just put this in there. Apparently, some guy is saying how to avoid them. Colombia tourist scams, traps, how to avoid them.
All
Because I
right.
know some people just gotta go, like that dude who just gotta sleep with the girl with HIV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, listen,
Disgusting.
listen. I'm happy that she's happy and that he's happy and stuff like that. I'm just saying, I am not the one.
No.
I am not the one. Like,
You got to protect yourself.
yeah, like, yeah, he just like went raw in it, like regular, like, damn.
It's gross.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm about to go to movie night. So
Drop the
yeah,
link.
uh, just email me the link. Email me for the link.
Yeah, email GC for the movie night link. I'll type it in the chat. Game changer 00100 at Gmail. So make sure you guys email him for the link and come through. I will be there. We will be watching an old school movie. So come through. Come chill with us. Here it is right here. So email him. We're going to movie night right now. So,
Yeah, give me like 3 minutes and I'm gonna set up movie night.
all right. So, what are your final thoughts before we go?
Oh no, it's a great topic. I was gonna cover it on my show, but I figured that it'll be much better, since you're just getting back from vacation, to cover it here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Right. Yeah, it was really fun. I had a good time. Um, I'm happy that you did come up with this topic for us to cover, because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I want all Western people, American people that go overseas to come back safe in one piece. And I hope you all find what you're looking for and not some crazy
Yeah,
lady
and
trying
and also
to. Okay.
and also I don't want us to have an environment where, here, I'm gonna put another link for you to put in the chat room. But I don't want to create the kind of environment where fellas are so worried about, Keisha and the rest, that they're not going to say that they are afraid to speak down on travel experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because then Keisha be like, you see, like, some guys are so worried about the "I told you so" experience that they're not properly cautioning other brothers.
Well, Keisha's already doing that. A lot of women are doing that right now. I told y'all, they be like, "Oh, these men are treating those women like they're treating the women here," and they're saying all types of things.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right about that. GC.
Yeah. But other than that, I opened it up. So yeah, those of you who already have the movie night link, come through and yeah, enjoy yourself.
Definitely. But we're gonna play this last video clip and then we're going to movie night. Fair use.
Website right now. You gotta.
This video is closed caption. Colombia tourist scams and tricks that you should not fall for. Colombia is a beautiful tourist destination, from its stunning beaches to the booming cities of Cali, Medellin, and Bogota. Despite Colombia's decade-long history in the illegal drug trade, there are plenty of places that are just as safe as any other large city. However, there are several situations to watch out for if you want your vacation to go as planned. Here are some tourist scams in Colombia that you shouldn't fall for. Taxi services from around the world are plagued with scammers. Taking advantage of a naive tourist with money is easy when they depend on you for transportation, which is necessary during any vacation. In Colombia, taxi scams can take a dark turn down.
Real quick, they got us in Jamaica a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We went to take a taxi and they charged us like $100 in American money.
Yeah.
Us.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere. And that's why I have people like the Stove Girl and all that stuff, because they will do that.
Yeah. And
in the Philippines, I'm like, take me to the McDonald's, which I knew was like really close.
right.
But they take you to like the McDonald's across town to raise the
Raise
fee.
the price. And we didn't ask because we didn't think it was going to be that expensive. And then when we finished and got there, they were like, "Oh, it's going to be 100 and I think it was like 120 American dollars." And we were with a friend from Jamaica. He was from Kingston, and he was like, "Hold on, no, that's too much." Like he was trying to tell him, and he was like, "Well, that's
They
the
didn't have a meter or anything?
There wasn't a meter. No, he was an independent taxi driver. He was independent. He didn't work for like a taxi place. So he got us. And we didn't want to argue. We didn't want to fight. We just paid it. Another thing that happened is when we went rafting on excursion, they a lot of them were following us around, asking us for tips for no reason. They all was crowding around us, trying to get us to buy things. Oh, look at this. Oh, this necklace, we made it by hand. Oh, this. Oh, you want a drink? It was so overwhelming. And then the one guy kept on like following me around, and he was like, kept saying, "You're gonna tip. Oh, you look so good." Da, da, da. He's like, "But are you guys gonna tip us? You're gonna tip us? You're gonna tip us?" I'm like, "Yo, this is so uncomfortable." Like that whole situation was very uncomfortable. It was like a whole bunch of like rats just attacking you. So, yeah. When you go to other places, you got to be careful. You there, GC? GC? You're on mute, GC.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know I was on mute. I was talking, but yeah. But no, that's people begging. That's not really a scam. That's some begging people. I mean, that's everywhere. I think the Philippines had the most beggars. That kids were begging too. So, in fact, the kids were begging more than the adult.
Oh yeah, the kids were awful.
Well, I can't say kids are ever awful, especially if they're just poor and looking for stuff. But it is uncomfortable. But I mean, that just comes with the territory sometimes. I mean, people beg here.
Right.
People beg in San Francisco.
Yeah. People beg here in Jersey. You're right about that. Okay.
Yeah, and I got a feeling that they beg different in Jersey.
Oh yeah. They be having like Jordans on begging.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow, yeah. There's like shanty towns here, but the begging they do is like in the downtown area, when people are on the lunch break at work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. So yeah, I'll see you at movie night.
Okay. Oh, you didn't want me to finish playing this?
Oh, if you want, it's like 8 minutes long. If you want to.
That's okay. I'll finish playing, then we go to movie night.
All right.
All right. Fair use.
On a road you don't want to travel. One scam involves an all-out fake taxi. They want for an unsuspecting tourist to hail a cab, then the scam is on. They drive you into an alley and blindfold you, demanding that you withdraw cash from a nearby ATM. They will rob you blind and drive off as if nothing happened in a matter of minutes. There's no sense in trying to sugarcoat this one, and it's just plain frightening. Chances are, however, that they are not looking to add evidence to their crime, so they will probably not kill you outright. This scam is by far the scariest on the list, but it is avoidable. A tour guide is indispensable in places with scams like these. The guide will know Colombia by heart and will be used to help tourists steer clear of dangerous or unfriendly situations. Another strategy is to avoid taxis at all if possible. Public transportation and car rentals are available as two alternatives to taxi services. You may also be able to rely on local hotels to point out or call a reliable taxi
All right, pause it.
for you, since they will know which ones are legitimate. At the time of this.
So, and this is to say that the whole scopolamine, which is the name of the drug, is very new.
Mm-hmm. They just came out with it?
No, I mean, well, like this video is 1 year old, and it doesn't mention that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So it's very, very new.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's an influx of it, and maybe it's a passing thing, and maybe it isn't. But
all right. Well,
just be on alert.
Yeah, guys, y'all hear this? Really take heed and pay attention, guys, because this is what you'll need if y'all travel to Colombia. Okay, fair use.
Video. Uber is still available in some parts of Colombia. This might seem like a bad idea at first, but Uber takes a lot of steps to ensure the safety of its users, so as not to be an attractive opportunity for criminals.
Okay, wait a second. You don't go anywhere. I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind.
If you enjoy our videos, join us on our journey around the world by subscribing to our channel. Please click the bell icon to get notified when we publish a new video.
Yeah, okay, let's stop this.
Downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, this is boring. So, but yeah, here. Yeah, I'm at movie night. Let me get that started.
All right, guys. So email GC.
Yeah. So wait. But yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on. Like, it's getting heated. Like this is coming out of nowhere. This Colombia thing, like, somebody would say this like Colombia was a spot last year, but and it's a number of things that can affect like a new wave that we just don't know about. For one, they discovered this new hustle, and they discovered it can be lucrative. Two, like just a gang, like just like a new gang, like, hey, we're gonna start doing this, and that's what happens. Like, that's what happens in the US. Like, a gang will pop up and say, hey, we're gonna start snatching chains. And then, for a while, chain snatching becomes a thing until, the people start catching on and taking precautions, and, the police get involved, and, then it just dies down, or the trend just ends. Now, this trend isn't going to end anytime soon, because it's a lot of money in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. So just be careful, guys. That's all we're saying. GC and I only had this stream to say be careful in your travels. Safe travels. Continue to do what you do for the reasons you do it. Just be more cautious. That's all we're saying.
Yep.
All right, guys. And with that being said, we will be at movie night. You can't drop the link, GC?
Well, here, because I don't have your regular thing up, but I'll put it in the private for you to put in the chat room.
Okay, I'll do that right now before we leave.
All right.
So let's see. Can I copy and share it? Peace. Oh, I could. It worked. Okay, so there is the movie night link, guys. Hit that link. Come to movie night. Come chill with us. We'll be chilling, having a good time. I promise you guys, we will have fun. So click that link. And that's all. So thank you everybody for coming. We really appreciate it. Have anything else to say, GC?
No. Thank you, and have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Leak about to take off.